Now, moving over to a game that Apple probably wish they could showcase, I think, but of course the legal issues going around. But I installed the Epic's Game Store because you can do that, and I was able to install Fortnite. And Fortnite played really well. Unreal Engine works well on the Mac. I would say I think that's something overall, and also works well on ARM chipsets. So it was good to see Unreal Engine work well here. Lowest settings 1400 by 900. I got 60 frames per second. Ran well, no slowdowns. Able to bump into the highest resolution, and I was getting about 30 frames per second. So gaming on here, as you're playing a game like Fortnite, you can play Fortnite well and enjoy it. Not a problem. Now, there are some caveats to gaming on this device. So for instance, the Epic Game Store itself ran really slow, and also Steam also ran very slow. It was just choppy going through menus. Certain legacy applications like Chrome even ran slow. Granted, there is going to be Chrome for universal apps, but Chrome, just regular Chrome, if you will, just ran a bit choppy as well. I also had some shutdowns, and one of them was Borderlands 3, which I'm not showing you the game because it could not run. For whatever reason, it started up and then it shut down. So again, you're gonna face those kind of issues. But I think what it tells me is that it is possible. Now you're wondering about temperatures. I was able to play for a while and got about in between some of my gaming sessions, I got between 105, which is probably the lowest, to about 100 and I'd say maybe like 107 or so. And I think that's pretty fine, especially for something this thin. The fan did kick in at that time though, just because it was running a little bit harder probably than expected. I think overall, when you look at the M1 MacBook 13 Pro, is Apple has come out and said, look, we can do this ourselves. And they've shown they can. And I think this puts everyone on notice. But the big caveat here is that things run well on universal apps. So you've seen videos where video editing is run well because it's a universal app running, Final Cut. And that's the thing that has to make this work, and probably will make it work, because most developers will switch to universal application because they are not. This is not an x86 machine, and that's the main thing here. When it comes to the performance of x86 software, emulation is really good, and the processor can handle those things. Now, what I will say for me is the most exciting is that now that Apple has come out and released this bad boy, it means that people like Intel will basically step up their game and give us something much better instead of giving us a 14nm chipset for the last couple of years. We know AMD's been moving up as well, so we're going to see something better from them in the future. And Qualcomm is now put on notice to service more ARM-based Windows laptops. So I think this is good for competition as a whole. As a PC user, it's not going to get me to switch because it still feels like something that I am just very foreign to. But for Mac users, you have a lot of promise here, and I think you're definitely going to enjoy this as more software becomes available, more apps become usable as universal software. You're going to see huge improvements here. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what Apple has done, and hopefully that changes gaming on the Mac, because it would be nice to see that, and maybe we can get more games on here. So if you have any questions or any comments, guys, let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and always enjoy your entertainment.
Down.